The concept of evident includes a divergence of constructs. Has the divergence occurred on other planets? If so, please describe what the perspectives of the divergence would be on another planet.
This question was asked by a reader or a viewer of his work.
Okay.
The concept confuses two topics, the topic of ascending constructs and the event that everyone is waiting for and talking about. The divergence of ascending constructs is a normal process within ascending consciousnesses. As discussed previously, as the pot of water begins to boil, the consciousnesses that are increasing in energy rise to the surface and begin pushing on the construct. They require an increased energetic construct to continue their growth and must move into another construct so that this energy can be provided without impacting those that are not ready for it. And those that are not ready, it would cause insanity and other adverse side effects. The ascending constructs on all planets within the universe and the other universes and multiverse everywhere. This is a basic ascension process of diverging constructs. One moves upwards in energetic and the collective moves forward, and those that are not ready stay within the construct. It is not a punishment. It is those that have graduated 4th grade move to 5th grade, and those that have not continue their lessons. The event that everyone is talking about that has so many different references is the removal of polarity within this galaxy. The failed experiment of polarity. Well, we wouldn't say failed. It was very useful. It has brought a lot of experience that was never thought of before. However, it requires too much maintenance to keep in balance and is been found to be a poor experiment because the maintenance that it requires, the benefit does not outweigh the required maintenance. So, expanding upon that question, because he says that's not enough, expanding upon that question, yes, other planets would experience the divergence. The perspectives from these other planets will be very similar to the perspective that is going to come to this planet for the divergence. The ones that are separating both constructs must have an explanation of why consciousness is missing from each one. This usually involves a planetary event, being physical event, that explains why some consciousnesses, the bodies of some consciousnesses cannot be found because they have moved and they are no longer there. So both constructs will experience this physical planetary event that explains why some are no longer here. Next question.
Is that what makes this event different for the Earth, that there are still people going to remain on the planet as we ascend, as the ascension process continues, instead of like as we ascended before, it was more of a bigger catastrophe, or was that the same?
We struggle to understand the question. How we...
as the planet continues to ascend, sometimes like the other revolutions where you had the big floodings that happened, or where the dinosaurs all got extinct, and like that kind of thing, were those shifts also?
Yes. However, the ascending constructs, as these occur, you are confusing, you say dinosaurs and some of the others. There were some restarts of planet Earth. Earth has been restarted more than twice. Right. The ascension of consciousness becomes stalled or is moving in the wrong direction, and it is restarted. It was restarted once because of polarity that was moving in the wrong direction. This is not a negatively polarized planetary consciousness and is not going to be allowed to become one. This is part of the maintenance that had to occur to keep polarity and balance in this galaxy, is that as it infected unpolarized constructs, it required restarting to stop the polarization before it pulled the galaxy out of alignment. This is very, very bad. A loss of energetic capacity. It's a poor experiment. However, the verging constructs, all of them, everywhere, require a physical event to explain to the consciousnesses what occurs. The ascension of consciousness into the fourth density is not a singular event. It has occurred before on planet Earth. There are remnants along this planet that show that advanced capabilities were here on this planet. These were the consciousnesses that moved in third and fourth and then up into the planetary collective. There's another question on this. Mm-hmm. However, the planet continues. The planetary changes that preclude and work with a planetary divergence of consciousness occur. They are expected. The material histories of this planet show this. You can look through the sedimentary rocks and ice cores to find this examples of this occurring before. And you can then, your science then tries to interpret why it occurred and for what reason. Why it occurred because it was ready and it needed to occur.
Right. That kind of goes along with his next question. Are there fourth and fifth density timeline constructs on Earth at this time?
Yes. Yes. They move. Well, fifth density is not a material density. It exists. It, however, is not a material density. Fourth density exists on the planet at this time. Yes, it does. The planetary consciousness is operating at a sixth energetic octave capacity at this time. You are not in a density construct that is at that level. However, the planetary consciousness is at a sixth density octave. And the ascension continues through the densities into that sixth density octave. Fourth density has existed here. Historical artifacts exist to prove that. The most obvious are the stones that have been liquidated to sit one upon the other with precision. They weren't cut, they were moved, made malleable, and sat one upon the other, and then solidified in place to create these structures. This is fourth density capability that comes in fourth density, that is coming for you in your ascending collective. The concept we want to make understood is that as this ascending collective moves forward, the event is going to occur simultaneously with it. This is something that has never occurred before within this galaxy or any other, is that ascension for many constructs, not just this one, is going to occur with this wave that is going to eradicate the polarity experiment. This is what is bringing so much attention to this galaxy from so many other places, is that it is a singular event that is only going to occur once in the expanse of all consciousness. Whether other failed experiments need to be remediated is yet to be determined. However, this is a singular event that is going to remove polarity, and everyone wants to be here to experience it, which is why this one is here. Rather reluctantly, however, in the aftermath of all of this, he will be very happy that he was here. He will have this experience within him.